Hello and welcome to class. This is Professor Rebecca Stevens. This is CIS 105 and it's January the 14th of 2015. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce myself. I have more than 10 years teaching experience at both online and ground. For example, I've taught at the for-profit, I've taught at the community college, and I've taught at the public state university. In this time, I have developed my own courses, created my own syllabi, aligned the learning objectives with assessment and feedback, and applied various instructional design principles to include UDL in delivering flipped and hybrid classes. I instruct adult learners in a wide range of aptitude and ability. My delivery skills and development include specialties to include MS Office, computer ethics, Adobe Creative Suite, Adobe Captivate, Access, Visio, and Acrobat. My teaching philosophy prescribes to the learning theory that conceptualizes learners as active and seeking and processing information. This is opposed to passively absorbing information just sitting in a classroom. To this end, I use a variety of supplemental materials to include video and homework assignments. I like supplemental readings, and I like to do class activities. For each activity, I ask myself, why are these students in my class, and what do they want out of this experience? In CIS 105, in week 2, there's a homework assignment called Exploring the Machine. In this homework assignment, or hands-on activity, there's 7 basic steps, and the 7 basic steps are outlined for you. I'm going to demonstrate just the first 2 steps in this very short demonstration to highlight some of my skills. If this were an actual lecture, I would complete all 7 steps. Instead, I'm going to do the first 2, opening Word and creating files in Word. I'd like to go ahead and demonstrate that right now. I'm going to open Word. And you see that Word is now open on my desktop. I'm going to choose a blank document by left-clicking the blank document template. With Word open, I'm going to type just some very general text onto the page because I want to demonstrate that a very key best practice when working in Microsoft Word is to always save your document when you open it. Now, we have a choice between save and save as, and I also want to demonstrate that difference right now. When you're choosing save as, you are either changing the location of a document or making a new document and having to add a location to that document. Because we are making a new document, we're choosing save as with a left click. We're going to use my computer and we're going to put it on the desktop. You will see a window that comes up that shows the navigation on the left and more detail on the right. In the file name box, I'm going to call this demonstration with just the name, and I'm going to create a Word document, and I'm going to choose save. Now I have opened and saved a Word document. I'm going to go ahead and close this document by choosing the X or X out or close out of this document. Again, if this were a lecture, I would continue on and explain the instructions for week 2 and begin by opening the task manager, explaining what a process was, explain how to take a screenshot and demonstrate that, explain and show how to create a new folder, and then discuss the compression utility WinZip and explain how to zip a folder. After students submit their homework, the The instructor, myself, assigns feedback. To see the feedback, students are often confused about where to find it. Especially if this is their first online class. And we know that CIS 105 is generally one of the first classes that students take. So I always like to explain in every beginning video or lecture that to get the feedback, the students select My Grades or Gradebook, depending on which is used in the navigation panel. And then they can select their score. Their score is a clickable number that can be chosen. After they select their score, a dialog box opens up with an explanation of the grade, and if any points are deducted, an explanation for that as well. If they have any questions about the feedback, which is a prime opportunity for learning, they can email me or email their teacher with any specific questions about grading. I alternately accept phone calls and text messages, so I have provided a multitude of ways for students to contact me. And just to demonstrate that, what I'd like to do is I'd like to show the Blackboard class. After students log into Blackboard, you'll notice here in the Student Center, when students click on Student Center, there is the professor information here. And you'll see that my office hours are 10 to noon Fridays and Saturdays, so I have weekend hours. I provide my phone number and I ask students to text me, and I also provide my email address. In a subsequent video, I would also let students know to use Ask the Professor for any general information questions, not necessarily anything about grades or anything personal or private. That concludes my demonstration for this lesson, and I thank you for your attention. This is Rebecca Stevens, signing off. Thank you.